So next turn for River, again we're going to be reclaiming the cards, gains us an energy, and we will also take a minor power card again. So let's have another look at those. These are the 4 minor power cards that have shown up for River. I basically think this one is absolutely perfect. It has the perfect elements for us, and it allows a target spirit to defend 2 in each of its lands. So it basically allows us to do some proper defending for Thunderspeaker. Well, without Thunderspeaker being able to use or having to use an extra card. This is the one that I'm going to go for. Okay, and then River has a full hand of cards that she can play, gaining 2 energy as well. So we've got 5 energy in total to play with. I think it's fairly obvious that I want to do the massive flooding level 3 on this land here. Annoyingly, they've got 1 city in there now, and they're about to build a 2nd city. So I can flash floods this down to 2, but they're going to build a 2nd city before I have time to completely wipe it out. But either way, let's play some cards. So flash floods, encompassing ward to be able to give a little bit more protection over here. Then let's do boon of vigor to no. Right, we're definitely doing wash away. Yes, and then we're going to do, let's see, I need a yellow and a blue, isn't it? So River's Bounty or Boon of Vigor. I'm going to do Boon of Vigor just to get some more energy for one of my spirits. That costs 4 energy, so there we go. Okay, and then for Thunderspeaker, let's see. So over here we're going to want to defend. That's with 5, and then he's going to help me defend with 2, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that should be enough. And then actually the Dahan counterattack's going to take that out. I quite like the idea of sudden ambushing something. And then yeah, we want to start moving some Dahan over here to be able to wipe out that city, basically. So at the end of this turn, that's going to be wiped out. I'll be able to sudden ambush here. Then they're going to have a town over there, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. But, and I'll be able to move some stuff with that. So, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the growth option, this option here. So I'm going to take these 2 and place 1 over here and 1 over here. Then I get 2 energy. Then I'm actually able to reclaim, I'll reclaim Voice of Thunder, and I'll play that as well. And that's my go. And then I'm playing those 2 like that. And then there we go. So, let's see. Okay. Apologies for this being a very, very long video, by the way, but do bear with me. We are nearly done. It might not look it, but we are. Fast power phase. So, Boon of Vigor is going to give some energy to... It's tempting to just give it back to River, actually, but I think Thunderspeaker has more interesting cards. So, if you target yourself, gain 1 energy. If you target another spirit, gain 1 energy per card played this turn. So, she's then going to get 3 energy. Encompassing ward, so we're basically playing 2 defense over here. So we'll just have to remember that. Flash floods, we're going to do 2 damage over here. So that's 1 on this one. And then we'll take away an explorer. And then the... let's see, we're defending 5 here along with the 7, and then we're going to sudden ambush this guy before he builds, and that's that. Okay, so we don't have one of these. They are going to ravage. Here nothing happens, here nothing happens, here nothing happens. Oh, that's a shame, actually. I could have moved a Dahan into there and then done that, but I didn't have the correct cards for it. Yeah, and then here, they're doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. They're defended by the 2 from over here and the 5 here. They're then doing 8 damage back in the counter-attack, which is a city, a town, and 2 explorers. And this board is then very nearly wiped off completely. Sorry. Okay, then that's Ravage. They're then going to build in the coastal lands. So they're building a city over here, which is very annoying because I won't be able to destroy that. And then a town over here as well. Okay, that's building. And then they're going to build in the sands with escalation. So let's see, we'll put one here. And we shall put one here. Why not? Yeah. It's on each board, isn't it, if I remember correctly? Yeah, on each board. Otherwise, I'd just put the other one over here as well somewhere. But yeah, annoyingly, they do have one of those already there. Otherwise, yeah, there wouldn't be anything to escalate over here. Okay, and then they're of course exploring the sands, which is here. This they can reach through that. This they can reach through. Oh, well, I just put this here, didn't I? So that was actually kind of stupid because then they can explore over here. So let's say I put that there instead. And if I'd thought about it, that's what I would have done. Okay, slow power phase. So first, this guy here is going to wash away, and it's going to wash away this into here. And then we're going to do 2 damage to each invader in this land here. So 2 damage here is to fear. Loads of explorers are going to go. And then you got 1, 2 is a fear card. We're now at terror level 2, guys. And then 3, 4, 5. There you go. That's now only got a city in it. Okay, that's River then done. And over here, so let's see, we're going to be doing Voice of Thunder to move some Dahan around for me. And I'm also going to be doing, not this innate, but this innate where I can gather 3 Dahan as well. So let's start by doing that then. Let's start by moving these 4 into here. And then I'm going to be moving 3 into there and taking 3 presents with me. There's 3 still left there, yeah. Yeah, okay. That is that go over. Alright folks, there we go. I just had to pause the recording for a few hours because the football was on. So if that doesn't tell you that this game's taken a bit longer than I'd anticipated, then I don't know what will. But we are back again. And this time, so let's see, Spirit Growth Phase. What I want to do with River, I really want to set up one of those 2 damage on each invader moves again. So it's really, really tempting to wash away these guys into here and then do another one of them. That's not actually what I'm going to do in this instance, though, because I don't... let's see. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Spirit Growth option just to get more presence on the board again. And I'm going to allow myself a 5th card play as well. So let's get, just looking at the cards that I've got. Okay, let's actually put a presence over here, and then we might as well put one over here somewhere. Let's actually go over there, that'll be fine. And then we can reclaim a card. I might as well reclaim, let's see, so here they're gonna, yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll reclaim Flash Floods, just because you might as well do some damage, mightn't you? That actually very nearly sets off this one. It's the grey one that we're missing. And before you mention Wash Away, that wouldn't actually give me the correct elements. Anyway, although actually, hang on. Right, I'm going to reclaim Encompassing Ward instead of Flash Floods, because if I then play these 5 cards, I actually have enough to do the level 3 and 8. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to reclaim that, and then these are the 5 cards I'm playing. I should be gaining 2 energy, and these cards cost 3 energy, and I've already got 1 spare, so that's used up all my energy, but I get to do a quite cool move there. Right, so taking energy, played cards, paid energy, right. Over here then, let's see, so I've got 3 cards in hand, they total 6 energy, but I've got quite a lot there. I can reclaim a card. So let's see, they are going to ravage here, but I've got to defend for that, so that's okay. Then I've got Manifestation of Power and Glory. So, right, I'm going to be reclaiming Voice of Thunder, so that I'll be able to move these Dahan and the presence into here, and then I can Manifestation of Power and Glory, get rid of all of those, even if and when they build a city. So those are the cards I'm playing. That triggers this as well, and also the other innate over there. So that's very exciting. Okay, and let's see. So I should be gaining 2 energy for this, and I can only play 3 cards, so I'm not going to be playing this one. Yeah, I don't really need to play that one, so that's okay. And that's 4 energy that I need to pay for this, so there we go. Then, yeah, fast power phase. So over here we're playing a defend on this land there. Over here we're playing a defend on this land over here, so that will at least defend 2, range 1 from a presence, which it is, that's fine. I'll play a target spirit, defends 2 in each of its lands, but I don't really need to do that anymore because there and there are the only ones that they're ravaging. Gift of Living Energy. Let's see. I'm going to play that on River because River has the least energy. Target spirit gains 1 energy plus 1 energy if target spirit is not yourself, but it is. If you have at least 2 sacred sites, which River does, target spirit gains plus 1 energy, and I assume that is applied even if target spirit is yourself. So there we go. Yeah, that's the fast power phase. I could also use these in the fast power as well if I should want to. But to be honest, I'm actually going to hold off on using these. I'll use them in the slow power phase instead. Right, so Invader's turn. First we have a Fear card. We're at Terror level 2. Each player chooses a different land. In chosen lands, gather up to 2 Dahan, then 1 damage if Dahan are present. So, let's see. So if we choose this land and gather up to 2 Dahan, then we can do 2 damage, which destroys one of them and gets us a Fear. Okay. And then over here, I mean, it's really tempting to just pick, say, this one. But I need the Dahan to be able to move them into there. I might as well, let's see, each player chooses a different land. In chosen lands, gather up to 2 Dahan. It just said 1 damage, didn't it? It didn't say 1 damage per Dahan. So that shouldn't actually have, yeah, I've corrected that over there. So I'll actually do that as well over here. I'll move 2 Dahan in. We'll just move the 1 presence in because you don't need more than 4, and then we'll do 1 damage. It doesn't say 1 damage per Dahan, so I'm just taking it as 1 damage. Yeah. I think that's the correct interpretation. It's the thing with this game, isn't it? You've got a couple of things to interpret along the way. Anyway, that's done. Then they're going to ravage. Here nothing happens, here nothing happens. Here this is well defended and that guy is super dead. Nothing happens, nothing happens. Here this is defended, well, is well enough defended to stop a blight, but not quite well enough. There's no Dahan for a counter attack, which is a little bit of a shame, but there we go. I could actually have gathered Dahan into there instead, but that would have just done 2 damage to a city, and that's not really, that wouldn't really have been very beneficial. That's the Ravage. Let's do a build. So here they're building a town. Here they're building a city, which is absolutely fine. Here they're building a town. And here they're not building anything. I haven't fully thought through how to deal with these two yet, so we'll get on to that. Then let's see, then they are going to explore, and they're exploring quite a lot now, of course. So start with the sands here, and then not this one, and then the jungles here, here, this one, and also this one over here. So need to kind of hurry up and kill them off here then. Okay, then it is the slow power time. Let's see, so River's Bounty, I can gather up to 2 Dahan somewhere. But only into a land where River already has some presence. I mean, that's going to end up ravaging something over there, so I'll gather that into there. Spawns a Dahan and a energy for River, okay. And then Call of the Dahan Ways will replace a Explorer with a Dahan. One away from this. So you could actually just replace him with a Dahan instead. There you go. Stops the build and all that, doesn't it? Yeah. Just wondering if I should have done that over here, but let's leave that as is. Okay, then you have your massive innate power, don't you, River? Let's see, 1 away from a sacred site. So I could actually do it over here. I'm kind of saving this for next go, but they are gonna ravage there again next turn, and now they've got 6 there. So yeah, but even if I attack this, then the city's still going to survive. So I'll tell you what, I'll just hold off on that whilst I gather my own thoughts for a second. But first, over here then, we're going to Voice of Thunder move 4 Dahan from here into this land here. And with it, we're taking 4 presents. And then I'm going to Manifestation of Power and Glory. That gets a fear just for existing. And we're going to get this one, attacking it with 16 basically. So there's 3, just 2, and then 1 of them gets us another fear card. And then these 2 are gone as well. That's why I wasn't so bothered about them building a city there. Then let's see, I also have both of these powers as well. So it would make sense to try and, let's say, take out that city, that town there, sorry. Yeah, so I'm able to gather up to 4 Dahan using this. So if I target this, that's this power's range. So I can gather 4 Dahan there. Then I can push 1 per yellow, which is 3. I can push 1, 2. Actually, we'll push into here. 1, 2, 3. And we'll take 3 presents with us. And then I can use my other power here, which is to destroy 1 town for every 2 Dahan, which is this one. So there we go. Okay, that's looking a little bit better at least. And then we've still got this guy, so we might as well just absolutely Nagasaki these. That's those 2 and that guy, so that's 2 of them. They're then all discarded. This and this are then discarded as well. And then time is going to pass. Okay. Let's see. It's still quite a way off turning that away. Let's just have a look at what they're going to do next turn. So they're going to ravage over here, so I need to defend that. And yeah, that's before you even get River's innate power over there as well. You need to defend it first. Remind me, does River have a good defend card? It can defend 2, but they're attacking with 6. and defend 2 in each of its lands if we were to put a presence there. So no is the short answer to that. Okay. Right, well, River is going to reclaim cards, gain an energy, and also have a look at the minor power deck, hopefully get a good defend card. These are the 4 options that have shown up, and wouldn't you know it, one of them is a defend 6, that's 1 away from a sacred site. There's actually only 4 cards left in the minor power deck, so we've almost gone through all of them. Might have to take some major powers now, but this is the one definitely that River is going to take at this moment in time. Let's see, put those in the discard pile. Thunderspeaker is, of course, also going to take some power cards. We're going to reclaim and then take 2 power cards. So what do we actually have left here? So we've got to defend 10, but that has to be in a sacred site. One that you could possibly use to remove some blight, which might be interesting. Another one for removing blight and doing 2 damage. If target land is jungle or wetlands, 1 fear and 1 damage. I'm actually much more inclined to take this one, I think. Song of... No, that's the one... These are only... Okay, yeah, but I do have some blight in mountain areas, so I could use it for that. Okay, that's the card I'm going to take there. And then, rather than shuffling the minor powers, what I'm going to do is take a major power. So we've got... I'll actually just come round behind the camera so I can see what's going on. Okay, so I could defend 20, which is absolutely insane. You and target spirit may use each other's presence to target powers. Target spirit gains a power card. You gain 1 of the power cards they did not keep. Then there's a 1 fear and defend 6. Oh, a paralysing fright, 4 fear. I think I'm going to go for this one because I think fear might be what ends up winning me the game. Perhaps controversially, the card I'm choosing to discard is Words of Warning, simply because I have better defend cards now for Thunderspeaker, so I'm not really going to be keeping those. So, River, let's see, gain 2 energy, so you've got 6 energy there to play with. We're obviously going to be playing Nature's Resilience, which is 1 away from a sacred site, which is great. Now, I'm allowed to play 5 cards, so it would be really great if I could play that and then 4 that fit the regular innate, level 3 innate. So Flash Floods, River's Bounty, then I need 2 more with blue on it, so not this one, and 1 more with yellow, sorry. So, yeah, this works. I'm going to do Encompassing Ward, and it needs to be... No, it just needs to have blue on it. We'll go with Wash Away then. Yeah, there we go. And that costs us a total of 5 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, and then over here, take 2 energy. Over here, we're absolutely swimming in energy. Right, so Encompassing Ward over here is going to stop the Ravage over here, or stop the Blight over here. So that's absolutely fine. Let's see, and we're going to be able to take control of this. That's not a problem at all. I'd like to do Paralysing Fright just because then we can, you know, get some fear on the board, which would be nice. So that's 4 energy. So I've got 3 energy left. For each Dahan in target land, 1 damage and defend 2. Not really anywhere I need to play that. I'll play Song of Sanctity and try and remove a blight as well. I've got 2 more to play with. Let's see. So not Manifestation of Power and Glory. That's too expensive. Don't need to defend. Yeah, I can do a Sudden Ambush and then Voice of Thunder. Yeah. Oh no, I've only got 3 cards. So yeah, no Voice of Thunder. Just those. Okay. There we go, and that's 7 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Right, okay, fast power phase. Let's see then. So, we are going to defend 2 in each of our lands, which, yeah. So River is going to be playing defend 2 on each of your lands on Thunderspeaker, which basically means that this is defended with 2, which is brilliant. Then they're going to be flash flooding this guy here to put him on 1 health, and we're also going to be defending that land over there. Okay, and then over here we're going to be doing a paralysing fright on who do we want to scare. Let's do that here just for fun, and then we're going to do a sudden ambush to gather this one over here. We'll take a presence with it and then sudden ambush that guy, and that's been played. And then it's the invader's turn. So fear card, terror level 2, each player removes 1 explorer or town from a land with presence. That's quite nice. So, I mean, for I didn't get my 4 fear for playing that. Sorry, the entire reason why I took it, and I didn't activate that. Okay, so let's see. So for River removing, it's only that guy that it can remove. I mean, it's nice to have him dead at least. And then, let's see, the red ones, it would just be one of these, so that doesn't hugely matter. The fear cards haven't been great for me this game, in general. I'll take that back, don't need that over there anymore. Okay, then they're going to ravage. So this is defended, so that's okay. This is defended with 2, but you don't really need it anymore. And he's then going to die in the Dahan counter-attack. Nothing here, so that's done. Then they are going to build, so going to build one of them there. Nothing. Let's see, nothing. That is my kind of building. Then they're going to explore in quite a lot of places, I imagine. So in the jungle, in the other jungle, in the wetland. Not over here though, but wetland, jungle, wetland, but not here. Okay. Right, then it is the slow power phase. Song of Sanctity. If target land has Explorer, push all Explorers, otherwise remove a Blight. So I could actually push this guy out of here. I was planning to remove one of these 2 Blights, but I could just push one of these guys so he doesn't build. Although actually he's going to ravage next go before he builds, so that's absolutely fine with me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this Blight here, put that back in the Blight pool. That's 1 away, so that's fine. I'll get back to the innate powers in a second. So for River, let's see, we're going to wash away before we do the innate power. So we're going to wash, I mean, it's just individual dudes now. We're going to wash that into there. We're going to River's Bounty. How to get more Dahan about. What we'll do, we'll River's Bounty this over there, which then spawns a Dahan and gets River an extra energy. Just to have more Dahan where there's a presence. That's that done. Then we've got the level 3 innate, which obviously I'm going to do over here. So that's 1, 2 for that, and then 1, 2. Almost at terror level 3, which I mean, if and when I reach that stage, then we've won, because there's no more. There's no more cities on the board at the moment. Okay, and then there was this over here, so I can move. Let's see. So I activate this innate, but not this one. Okay, so I can gather 3, push 1 Dahan. Yeah. Let's just do something like this, and I'm gathering into here, and I'll gather those two. No need to push. Okay. Put them in the discard, put all of these in the discard. And now, next turn. Okay, so at this stage, it's actually only this guy who's stopping us from having won the game already, or if we could get another 5 fear on the board. But the thing is, by the time we reach the slow power phase, they will have built, you know, here and here and here and here as well. So, yeah, they're going to be building quite a lot. I should have left some Dahan in there. That was actually kind of silly moving the Dahan from there to there. Oh well, you live and learn. That's the thing about this game. So for River, I mean, the thing is, both of my spirits are quite low on energy at the moment. River is going to be doing this spirit growth here just to get some more energy and more presence, basically. I'm going to go for one over there for an extra thingy, and then that over there. And then we're going to be playing the 4 cards that we still have in our hand, which will at least trigger level 2 innate. And then, let's see, where are they ravaging? Here, here, that's fine. Here, there, okay. So there's no real ravages to look out for. And then we're going to be reclaiming Wash Away and playing that as well. Okay, so then that's 4 energy that you get for this, and then 1, 2, 3 that you have to pay. Okay, and this guy, what do we want to do? I mean, I'd love to do Manifestation of Power and Glory, but I'm only going to have the 2 energy. But I can also reclaim a card, so don't need to defend, push Dahan. That's actually a good one, so I'm going to use that major power there. Are any of these free? No, okay. Then I'll play Voice of Thunder as well, and I'm not actually going to play a 3rd card, but I am going to reclaim one because I'm allowed. And I'm going to reclaim the Paralyzing Fright one, just because it can hopefully get me some fear next go. So, not playing anymore because don't really have the energy for it. I'm talking in the game, not in real life. Yeah, and then it's the fast power phase. So what do we have here? For each Dahan in land, 1 damage and defend 2. So let's see, I should do that for one of them, and that's target range 1 from where I am in a land with Dahan. So I'll get rid of him then. There we go, before he builds. Lovely. That's also defended by 2, but that doesn't really matter, does it? That's that guy done. Then over here, we're going to do Gift of Living Energy, which is going to give 3 energy to Thunderspeaker. We're going to do Boon of Vigor. If you target yourself, gain 1 energy. If you target another spirit, they gain 1 energy per power card they played this turn. So I should have played that extra card. I'll tell you what, I'll just target myself for that reason. And then a defend 2, but I don't really have anywhere that needs defending at the moment. So that's the fast power phase done. Then let us do the fear card. Terror level 2 still. Invaders do not build in lands where Dahan outnumber towns and cities. Well, I don't think they're going to anyway. Although, actually, yeah, that means they don't build here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or here, for that matter. Cool, alright. There you go then. Ravage. So here nothing happens, here nothing happens, here nothing happens, here this guy just dies. Nothing. Ravage, but nothing happens. Okay. Building. So there's nothing there. They are going to build here. Nothing. Here they They do not build in lands where Dahan outnumber towns and cities, so nothing there. Nothing over here. They are, however, going to build there. So yeah, that was really dumb moving those Dahan over there. Oh well, you do live and learn in this game. Let's see, sand and wetlands. They're exploring here, here, here. They actually are exploring it, absolutely all of them. Okay, so it's a slow power phase now, and they've got 3 towns, 3 towns that I'd need to destroy in order to win the game. I do get to do 2 damage with the innate power over here, which is nice. Yeah, so that makes most sense over here. So I'm going to do 2 damage there, gain the fear, and then I can push 3, so I can push these 2 somewhere where they're not going to cause any trouble. Yeah, push. So you don't actually have to push them into the same land. So I'm going to push this guy over here and this guy over here, and they're going to die next turn in the Ravage, which is fun. Okay. That was the innate. Then I can also push up to 3 dudes, and I can replace an explorer with a Dahan in a land that already has Dahan. So I can actually replace him then with a Dahan, which is fun. And I can push up to 3. I mean, what do I even want to push where? At a range of 1 from this. I maybe want to push these away so that they don't ravage. Yeah, let's do that. Although next turn I could just flash floods that guy. Yeah. What to push? What to push? Let's go for one of these because there's 2 of them and they're going to ravage. We'll push him into that. Yeah. Okay. This guy I can push for Dahan. Let's see. So I can leave them there. I'm actually going to. Let's see. So that I'm going to flash floods next go. I really want to get this guy gone somehow, so I'm going to do that. Move my presence with it. He's just been there all game, I think. He's been there a very, very long time. Okay. And that's the end of the turn. I didn't have any innate powers here, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Right, next go. Come on, I can do this. There's not that many of them left now. Those are already in a discard pile, aren't they? So I'm going to reclaim the cards, gain an energy, and yeah, I'm actually not going to bother with gaining the power card just because I don't really see what the point of it would be. So then take your 4 energy for this, and then we're going to play 5 cards. We're going to play Flash Floods to get rid of that guy. We're going to activate level 3 innate again. So let's do Boon of Vigor. We're going to do Wash Away. And we're going to River's Bounty. Okay, and that's 3 energy paid. And then over here, let's see, so we're going to gain 2 energy. So we've got 5 then. So it's very tempting to play this, because then, yeah, then I get the 4 fear. We're at terror level 3, and that, I believe, wins us the game. So we'll do that, and then we'll play 2 other cards just for fun. That's 5 of them. They should be in the discard pile, let's be consistent. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, fast power phase then. let's do that. Yeah, I'm basically going to do Paralysing Fright on, let's say, this land here. That gets 4 of them, unlocks a fear card, terror level 3. There's no more cities in the land, so that's fine. We've won the game. And there we go. Thank you ever so much for sticking with me right until the end. This is easily the longest game of this I've played, and definitely the longest video I've made. So again, thank you very, very much for sticking with me. How do I think that went? It went okay. I mean, we won the game, but I don't really feel like I got either spirit individually or collectively up to their maximum potential. With River, you really want to be pushing things towards the coast and then using that level 3 and 8 to basically just destroy everything in one single land. We did eventually get round to using that level 3 and 8, and we got a few good hits on territory 2 over here, but it didn't really feel quite controlled enough, especially not towards the end of the game. And for Thunderspeaker, what you really want to be doing is, basically gathering an army of Dahan and then moving around with Voice of Thunder and then Manifestation of Power and Glory and just wiping out one territory at a time, basically. We never really got the benefit from that card, Manifestation of Power and Glory, and it's easily my favourite card to play. But we did win. Also, you could argue that it would have been nice to... I had River going around spawning loads of Dahan, but I didn't really get using them properly with Thunderspeaker. So, this is a adversary level 1. This is I believe it's difficulty level 2 in the table of rankings. So, yeah, I have a long way to go in learning, so please do let me know down in the comments everything that I've done wrong and all the little moves that I should have done better. There's a few I pointed out along the way myself, but do let me know everything I did wrong. I'll probably spot a couple more in the editing process as well, but yes, I would love to hear from you. Again, thank you ever so much for sticking with me, and yeah, I shall see you in the future. I've got other videos planned for other games, probably some more Spirit Island in the future as well, so do subscribe so you don't miss any of those. But in the meantime, take care, goodbye, and finally, long live the Dahan. Goodbye.